there, Aries. Welcome to your April 2019 single Aries reading. It's Raina here. So for people who are looking for love, you've come to the right place. All right. The heart of the matter is the Three of Wands. So this is a sense of wanting to kind of broaden your horizons. I would especially see this for those of you who are coming from divorce and you are newly single, that you're kind of like let out of jail, so to speak. This could even involve travel through your work, especially if you own your own business where you are in a foreign country and you may meet somebody in those circumstances. But the sense of freedom, which is so important to fire signs, is really indicated in the Three of Wands. And you did get another Wands card. Wands are connected to fire energy, so we could also be talking about somebody else who you meet who is a fire sign. Besides you, Leo and Sagittarius fit that bill. In the past position, we have the Death card. So again, talking about maybe the end of a relationship. Also, if your relationship ended unexpectedly, or even if it was expected but unwantedly, in a way that you did not want through the death of a partner, this could be another reason why you are embarking upon this new journey that involves freedom for yourself and expansion. I think expansion is a better word because it implies that everything is opening up for you. And that's not to say that if somebody was married for a long time that was an oppressive relationship. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, we are in a universal 3-year. So the issues of freedom are probably going to come, and creativity and expansion are probably going to come up for everybody. The sense of wanting that joy and that spontaneity in life. And the Death card too can talk about like the death of an old way of life. Maybe you kind of gave away a lot of your good years to a situation that didn't pan out the way you wanted it to. Now, it's so funny because when I do these singles readings, sometimes I am talking about past relationships. And I've had people say, but I didn't have a past relationship. Well, then you must be about 20 years old, because most people have. And our past relationships can totally impact our attitude towards being single, because we may be gun shy, or we may be still bitter over how we were treated. So I can't separate that. I can't just totally talk about everything as if it's never been done before, because we have cards here that seem to indicate that. I mean, the Death card can also be a Scorpio, if that was the person in your life. And but now you're breaking free of restrictions, and you're, looking for more. Let's put it that way. The higher message is represented by the Five of Cups. This is a card of being in mourning. So again, going with the theme of a widow or widower, that certainly would correspond with the Five of Cups. And the grief process. The grief process also for a divorce. Even if you initiated a divorce, that doesn't mean you're not going to feel grief. I don't think some people understand that. The grief comes from the dreams that were shattered, the expectations that went unfulfilled. That doesn't mean that, you know, when you have unfulfilled expectations, that you're not going to still, you know, initiate a divorce. You might be more inclined to do so, but you still feel that sense of disappointment. That's what the Five of Cups represents. Why is that important as a spiritual message? Because you bring that to your next relationship. So you want to cultivate the Three of Wands and not the Five of Cups. But here's one thing. If this is a recent occurrence, if you have recently lost a spouse, and recent, I guess, is a relative term, right? But if you've also recently recently gotten divorced, you might be too. It might be too premature for you to be dating, or to even be thinking about it. But as an Aries, you're always thinking of the future. You're always moving forward, and that's one of your good points. But on the flip side, it can sometimes lead to doing things that you're not ready to do, and the impatience that makes you want to do them in the first place. The reason it's a grief process is because you have to kind of like come to terms with the reality of the situation. And like I said, you know, grief can exist in a divorce situation. It's not just, it's still a loss. So, because you might meet somebody, but you're not going to be able to be fully trusting or maybe even fully present in that relationship until you are. What crosses you is the Page of Swords. And this is a card, you know, in the reversed position, could be a card of like paranoia on your part. You might be hypervigilant, waiting for any sign that something is wrong because you've been burned. This could be a person that you were dealing with. This person may be immature. They may be an air sign like Gemini, or your opposite sign Libra or Aquarius, and they are still in your head. That's another thing too with the air. It could be in your head, or they could be actively trying to call you. And this is the weird thing about it, because they may have been the one, if they left the relationship, and that's why you're grieving, because we felt abandoned by them. They may come back as soon as you start to get your life together, and you have to be ready for that. If that is the situation that is indicative of that divorce or whatever, just a relationship ending. You have to be like ready to know that that person is possibly going to come back, so that you don't weaken your resolve, because this person is probably not good for you. But this could definitely be an aspect of you that you're kind of like hypervigilant and a little bit too fearful of being hurt, so you're kind of wary. What is coming in for you in April is represented by the Tower card. This is a card of, some kind of massive shakeup. And in April, we do have the second full moon in Libra at 29 degrees. So this falls in that marriage house for you. So, like I said, this is for people who are looking for love. This reading so far, Aries, shows me that you're moving forward in your life, but there may still be things that are going to be revealed, because that's what this Tower card could be. And it may be quite a shock, and this is about the other person, the person that you've left. Whether you willingly left the relationship or not, but you're not with that person anymore. You may find something out about them, and that could be, you know, confusing or what have you, but that could certainly be what's going on, because the full moon is going to hit your committed partnership sector. But it might be like that's the punctuation mark, that it's fully over. Okay? The other thing is that this could be you falling in love at first sight. With the Tower card, the instantaneous quality of it, the lightning strike. So be on the lookout. You do have in April a new moon in your sign, so you are experiencing new beginnings in the month of April. The outcome is the 10 of Wands. This is a card of, you know, you might be working overtime in April. And what this can mean, I get this strong feeling here of being in transition. That's what the Death card is all about. So you might be cleaning up old business, and it's, even though you are set to embark on a new journey, there still may be things that are having to be resolved. And I think with the Tower card, it definitely puts an end to that chapter so that you can fully move on. With the Three of Wands, I do feel like you are making progress, though, and that you are really ready to begin your new adventure in life. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Happy birthday. And if you would like a private reading, the link is below. All the best. Bye.